Let me show you the shape of my heart.
All right, that's a wrap. SM7b, I love you so much. My goodness, such a great microphone. You know, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I was planning on replacing you with a Fifine K688. I am totally fine with my Shure SM7b. I think I'm just a little hungry and I should go grab a bite. Be right back, buddy. See what we had today. Ooh. Okay, got our chopsticks. Got our egg chip thingamabobs. Not sure what that is. And the Korean jelly donuts that look like rice rolls for some reason. All right, it's time to eat.
The microphones.
What are you doing here? You know you want to unbox me, Dave. No, I don't. Of course you do. You wanted to unbox me a long time ago to increase your YouTube subscribers, right? How did you know that? I know everything. I have conquered the algorithm. You know you want to unbox me, Dave. Do it for your subscribers. For the subscribers. Let's unbox this thing. Okay, so while I unbox this, the SM7b is going to be my aim mic, so you can kind of get used to it, and then you can listen to this later. All right, time to unbox this thing. Where are my tools? Nah, who needs tools? I'm going to peel that sticker tape thing. I'm pretty good at peeling price tags for birthday presents, so... Right there. All right, let's open it. Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've been waiting so long for this. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so you got this Fifine QR thing. You got the manual, which I may read later. Oh, there's that nice velvety texture to this. Nice foam. Look at this. This is the foam in the A6V box, and the Fifine A8 foam is fancier. But if you would compare this foam and this foam, it's no contest. This is incredibly velvety. This is so velvety, you could mistake it for acoustic foam. Fifine is really upping their packaging, and this really feels premium. Since this is their first XLR dynamic microphone, that is a statement. And in standard Fifine fashion, they have this high-quality USB-C cable. And they have a 3/8" to 5/8" adapter for a boom arm that is conveniently spelled out right here. They really know their labels. And now for the microphone itself. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Oh wow. The texture between these two is so different. It's like a dead cat meets foam. Why do they call them dead cats if cats have 9 lives? Oh wow. The velvety foam on the K688 is so reminiscent to the velvety foam or velvet in general, velvet ear pads, cups that come with the DT770 Pros. But it's got an even more satisfying finish. It's almost as if it's alive. I mean, look at that. That is a statement. And they didn't end with the foam itself. This actually feels like a premium microphone. How heavy is that? Not at all. I mean, this is clearly an SM7b clone in terms of design language. And side by side, it's just a little shorter. The SM7b, though, weighs so much more. Maybe I'd say this is about a third of the weight of this, maybe a quarter of it, just by estimation. I am digging the metallic shock mount. Look at that. Their shock mount with the Ampligame A8 was kind of plasticky and rubbery, but this one, can you hear that? Some kind of light metal, but it doesn't feel cheap. It's light, but it's kind of heavy enough to be at that point where it feels sturdy. The mount itself seems to be made of the same quality as the A6V/A8. Look at all those controls. You got the XLR port right here, USB-C over here, you got your headphone monitor jack right there, and you got a gain knob? What? And a headphone monitor jack too, which I don't think came with the Ampligame A8. If it secretly has one, somebody please tell me. Now I wonder, does this come off? Ooh, it's kind of scary doing this. Try to take this off. Ah! Please tell me it's replaceable. Oh! Oh! I was pulling from here, but I should have pulled from the foam to begin with. Because on the SM7B, you do pull from that plastic ring over there. Plastic ring over here, no plastic ring over here. Huh. This is such an interesting foam. Ooh. Yeah, let's not do that. You can actually see that the SM7B's diaphragm or capsule is recessed over here, and this is just air, whereas on the K688, it's practically at the tip. Huh. Can I turn this foam into acoustic foam? I'm not quite sure I can. Okay, just so you get a sense of how light the K688 is, we're gonna attach it to a cheap boom arm. Okay, so that's the 3/8" to 5/8" thread adapters that came with it. Putting it into the mount. Ooh. I'm gonna put this over here. Right there. Very secure. And we're gonna just, there's probably a more elegant way of doing this, right? Nice and snug. Okay, but we're not done yet. We got the USB-C cable. Putting this into the back of the mic. Now for the moment of truth. Oh, it lit up. It lit up right there with a green light. That is a mute button. You're still hearing me on the SM7B, but we're gonna try this out. Turning up the gain right there. Wow. Wow, can you hear that? Okay, so you are now hearing me speak into the Fifine K688 plugged into my Motu M2 audio interface via the XLR jack. And the reason you're hearing this is because the USB-C jack just didn't work out. I don't know what happened. I switched cables 3 times. I plugged it into different ports. I made sure I wasn't plugging it into a hub so that it would be fully powered, but it just didn't work out. The irony here is that Fifine is known for their USB mics, and this is their first ever XLR mic, and this is the first time I've used one of their products that USB-C is not working. This is not the unboxing that I hope to make, but I have to be very honest. I turned my software on and off, reset my computer, I changed my inputs and outputs, matched my sample rates and all these things, and it just wouldn't get fixed. And on to the good stuff, the XLR sounds pretty good. Quite interesting, actually. How would I describe it? Okay, it sounds velvety. I mean, it sounds just like how it looks. And if you get up close like this, you can really engage that low end a bit. I guess to my ears, it's a little lacking in mid-range punch. It's like they added some low end and you got some clarity in the highs, but like it's a little hollow in the middle. Not the first sound that comes to mind with broadcast dynamic microphones, but hey, it's pretty good. Now, if we were to compare that to the SM7B, let me just crank up my SM7B gain right there. Now you should be hearing me on the SM7B. Okay, try to compare this with this. Definitely the SM7B still sounds a bit larger than life, as you would expect of it. And the Fifine, it has some presence there, but again, it kind of sounds hollow in the middle. I actually like that because then this does not become an SM7B clone, but rather an SM7B alternative. At least for streamers and podcasters. And the difference here is that the K688 doesn't require as much gain as the SM7B. The SM7B is cranked up to like 3 o'clock, whereas the K688 is right there at about 1 o'clock, 1:30, which is excellent because even though the USB-C isn't working on this particular model, that means that the mic itself is going to save you from getting one of these gain booster thingamabobs. You do not need a cloud lifter to power this up. Overall, I think the Fifine K688 is still a great value proposition for the price. Compared to something like the Audio-Technica AT2040, this K688 is just a much clearer sounding, microphone. It's not as gain hungry as the SM7b, so you can actually get a better sound out of this if you are using cheaper gear. If you use a more high-end interface, well, then it becomes a little bit more subjective. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are just looking at this mic because of how it looks. And the fact that this mic is light without feeling cheap is actually a feature and not a limitation, because you can use it with these cheap boom arms without having to buy one of these Rode PSA 1s, which are really expensive. All in all, even if the USB-C doesn't work and you're just getting an XLR mic, this is a great value proposition. You get the SM7B look without the SM7B price tag. It's light, so you don't have to buy an expensive boom arm, and you don't need a cloud lifter because it's got enough preamp gain inside. If those things matter to you and you don't need the exact sonic profile of the SM7B, then yeah, go ahead, get this mic. If you like this unboxing, check out this one.